A very good morning to all Brazil. Good evening to India. Good day to all viewers of Global Edu-Leaders Forum. In continuation with our commitment towards 17 Sustainable Goals of United Nations, number 13, climate change. This is the small contribution of Global Edu-Leaders Forum, where we are discussing the issues related to the climate action. Today's topic will be plastic pollution. We will have speakers with us, Dr. Divya Thomas, Dr. Richa Pandey, Dr. Marta, and Dr. Manish. Global Edu-Leaders Global Coordinator Beatrice, along with Renata, Madam Maria. Indeed, it is a very happy moment for all of us. We all join and discussing these points for the people, those who are connected on the forum around the globe. I would like to take as a first speaker. Can I reach to you, Dr. Richa Pandey or Madam Marta Jurek? Let us know what are the main causes of plastic pollution and how we overcome. Welcome to you, Dr. Marta, and over to you for next 5 minutes.
Thank you very much. Welcome, everybody. My name is Marta Żurek from Mortka. I'm from Institute for Sustainable Technologies in Radom from Poland. So the topic with the pollution is even the plastic pollutes even the most remote places on the air. It is a big problem for us. It is got into deeps of oceans and forests, into the Arctic ice and the beaches of distant islands also. We don't know precisely how long oil-made plastic will decompose or whether it will at all. But we do know that once it gets into the soil, rivers, and oceans, it becomes possible to clean them up. So worse still, bottles, bags, and other plastic rubbish gradually break down into smaller pieces. It's called microplastics, which still pose a threat to the ecosystem, even though they are invisible to the naked eye. So globally, only 9% of plastic is recycled. Even in highly developed countries, the recycling rate is often less than 50%, with only a small percentage of secondary raw materials being reused for packaging. Most of the recycled packaging is made into inferior or non-recyclable products. So meaning that the process only delays the inevitable moment and landfill of incineration. So greenhouse gases emitted during the entire cycle of the plastic products threaten the ability of a global society to keep temperature increases below 1.5 degrees. And more than 90% of plastic is produced from fossil fuels, is still from fossil fuels. And the latest report from Center for International Environmental Law report estimates that by 2015, greenhouse gas emissions from plastics could amount for as such as 10 until to 30% of all carbon production. So if overproduction and consumptions of the plastic are continued, it could account for 20% of total oil consumption by the middle of the century. What can we do about it? Short-term solutions could include the elimination and unnecessary packaging that is difficult or impossible to recycle, and the widespread use of reusable and product storage systems. So in the long run, we need to change our consumption habits, especially. For example, we should buy less processed products and ready meals that leave so much rubbish behind. In my institution, we have a center of bioeconomy and eco-innovation, which carries out research and development and provides services in the field of sustainable economy, primarily in the field of reducing the ecological nuisance and technological processes aimed on producing utility products, closing and integrating water cycles with the possibility of material recovery, and also extending the life cycle of post-consumer foods. And the basics of functioning of this center in my youth institute is the pursuit of closing the loop of processes in which production waste is used as raw materials, especially in accordance with the concept of the circular economy. So this center has a rich research and development potential, including unique research, technological and control measurement infrastructure, as well as highly qualified team of specialists, my friends from the Center of Bioeconomy and Eco-Innovation. So this problem with plastic pollution is very big problem in the nowadays, and we carried out some research related in, especially we focused on the closing water in some production cycles and many other things related to save the environmental. So thank you very much for.
Thank you, Dr. Mata. Very well defined. Plastic pollution is the one of the major, because recycling process takes a long time, and we can reduce and we can reuse. These are the common solution, and we have to create the awareness among the people around the globe. Since this is not a problem only with few countries, this is the problem globally.
Globally problem.
So all we are connected here on the Global Edu-Leaders Forum to contribute to create awareness among the students, among the living people. In India, plastic is completely banned from the shopping malls, from the general merchant shops. So now this is the time for the other country in the whole world to come forward and take lead on this. May I request to Dr. Richa Pandey or Dr. Divya. Dr. Richa Pandey, welcome to you on the forum with this very important topic. As you know, in India, we are practicing reuse, reduce, and recycle. So welcome to you, and over to you for next 5 minutes.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. Actually, I was just thinking to skip the meeting, but I joined this one because I was not feeling good. So, okay.
Are you comfortable?
Yeah. So, yeah. Okay. So, few points I can discuss.
Yeah.
There is no problem. Okay. So, there are some bioplastics. So we can go for that. We can use bioplastics. So we can use increase the use of that bioplastics. So if we are going for that plastic, so that is degenerating. So that can degenerate. So we can go for that one. And there are some microorganisms who are able to just eat these plastics. So we can just increase the use of that kind of microorganisms to degenerate the plastics. And there are some other use. So like we have some local people working here. So what we are doing with plastic. So we are just making that plastic condensed. And that with that plastic, different kind of structures we are making, like a household stuffs or something, some decorative products. So this is how we are planning in some schools, and at very small level, we are just trying to manage the plastics. So accordingly, if we are doing at a very small levels, and accordingly, if we are doing this way, we can go for huge level. And some of the places, it is suggested that we can use the plastic in road building. So if we are going to make the roads, so we can utilize plastic in that way. So these are some of the use where we can just reuse the plastic. Okay, so these are some of the points which I am just discussing. I would have discussed more, but I have not gone even anything. I just
I think
joined.
very valid point you have added. You know, now this is the new technology which has come up of using plastic, especially in the road making, which may have a major consumption of the pollution
Definitely.
part, which can be. I was listening to our transport and PWD ministry, Mr. Nitin Gadkari. He is basically an MBA person who has a very keen interest on this process of recycling and making roads. And these roads are going to be the one of the toughest material which cannot be destroyed easily. So this was the one thing. Now moving forward to Dr. Divya, if you are there, and Dr. Manish. And Dr.
Hello.
Richa, I will come at your last for a conclusive remark for 1 to 2 minutes. So Dr. Divya Thomas, welcome to you on the forum. I would love to know your views regarding plastic pollution, become a common phenomena, common problem globally. So how you look this problem and what are the suggested solutions at your end? Dr. Divya Thomas, and short introduction, let my viewers know.
Good evening all, I'm Dr. Divya. I'm an assistant professor at St. Xavier's College, Kerala, from India. Okay. Now, as my fellow colleague have said about the plastic pollution, she has mentioned about bioorganisms, microorganisms which consume plastics. And now in this present era, we are speaking about biodegradable plastics. And studies have shown that even these biodegradable plastics, some of the plastics which are termed as biodegradable are not completely biodegradable. And the most important issue is that these biodegradable plastics should be treated in a composting industry itself. If it is untreated and left as plastic debris, it will create aquatic pollution, which we were not expecting. And see, this plastic, for considering something to be polluted, criteria are there, and unfortunately all these criteria is satisfied by plastic, and definitely this can be considered as a pollutant. And see, we are discussing about the different types of pollution, and for a chemist, I should say that these plastics are polymers. Definitely, even we human beings are polymers, from the deoxyribonucleic acid that encodes our human traits to the protein that cover our skin, hair, etc. These plastics are considered as polymers. And these polymers, these macromolecules have created many impacts both on the living and non-living environment. Even though we can say that many improvement in the industry, in human living and in civilization, it has contributed much to the human civilization. All the negative impact of plastic has to be considered. And finally, I would like to say a few words. So how we can look into this, even though the plastic is needed, its pollution definitely it is there. And what are some of the solutions? See, one or two suggestions which I would like to suggest is that the education. Now, even in here, we are giving the national educational policy, and we should teach our children from the kindergarten how to use the plastic, how to decompose the plastic, how to throw, no littering is allowed. So not only the school, the parents should educate, the religious or the cultural communities, everything should give importance for plastic pollution, educating them. And another one thing is that we can stop littering. We can stop littering. And third initiative is the newer aspect, the greener initiative. As Professor has already said, biodegradable plastic using microorganisms, this should be scientifically done. These are some of the concerns which I would like to share today. Thank you, sir.
I think Divya, Dr. Divya, it was very well defined by you. Educating people. Prevention is the first cure for any problem. We normally think some other people will take lead. Why not we from childhood, from the nursery KG, till the time we grow, we become habitual of littering things here and there, or I started teaching my kids, do not use plastic. If you go to the market, carry a small bag. Do not wait for you will carry every day a polythene bag from the market. So small habit may contribute a lot. I have seen sometimes the younger kids stop their parents not to use plastic. Why? Because this is harmful. This may cause a life of few people, those who are like animals, cow or pets, those unknowingly eating this plastic. Dr. Mata, I would love to know your suggested solution. What you would like to advise to the normal people, students, teachers, community people, how they can be advised. Solution of prevention from the plastic in general life experience.
There are many solutions, especially the best is the education for that. And of course, we should segregate any plastic, wherever it is, wherever around us. And what's more, today is a battery recycling day, so each of uses batteries is many devices and electric cars on a daily basis. Unfortunately, the problem arises when they run out, as they are source of danger and environment. You know, this is very also another topic, and the problem with segregating and the pollution. So it is estimated that such a small battery will decompose only in about 100 years. And this is why proper segregation is so important. And the education in this of interest. I don't know if you know that electric rickshaws are expected to appear on the streets in Indian cities next year, which will be powered by recycled batteries. In addition, the Finnish company named TraceGrow was the first to discover a method of turning batteries into fertilizer. So we are very happy that a lot of companies are starting to think globally to create solutions that are good for the planet. That is the issue, that the education is the most important in our life.
Really, thank you, Dr. Mata. Very well, you added your point, substitute of the plastic are getting
Yes.
people educated, so they have less use of plastic material. Now moving forward towards the main objective of keeping such type of webinar is awareness and education itself. We are educated people, but as a matter of practice in life, very less emphasis is being given on our daily routine. Plastic become a very necessary object of our life, and we can reduce, we can reuse, and we can recycle, because this substance plastic pollution cause major pollution in part of environment. Dr. Divya, I would love to hear a closing comment. You are from Kerala. Kerala is a complete green land of India, full of greeneries. How far you have seen? You're very near to sea coastal area. People get awareness about the plastic while walking on the beaches. Are they preventive? Are more efforts are required?
Sir, actually, compared to past 10 years, people are educated because my college is 500 meters near to the beach. So I've seen many of the students and some of the teachers, they are actively engaged in educating the people and also in collecting the plastic debris on the beach side. But still, I strongly believe that more education is needed, because even now we are educating the children, the present generation, all generation are still unaware of this. So they used to dump the waste wherever they find. So I think more education is needed.
Oh, wonderful. I think I have been visiting Kerala frequently in 90s and afterwards. So I find, that is a heaven on the earth. If I say most beautiful place are greenery, coconut trees, and beautiful beaches. As you said, people have to get awareness from the schooling itself, from the childhood itself, so they can be a common practice in their life. Our Prime Minister has taken a major lead about Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, where kids surrounded by the school and streets, villages, people have got awareness, but there is a lot to be done. As you rightly said, in past 10 years, we have been more active because we know we are going to survive with this nature, and nature is a gift of actually ultimate supreme God, who is Jesus, or who is Lord Krishna, or who is Lord Shiva, whatever you believe. As per the Hindu mythology, as per the Christian mythology, as per the Islam, I think nature is the super gift of God given to each one equally. Earth is not doing any injustice. Moon, sun, all they are equal for all of us. I think Dr. Manish is on the screen. Dr. Manish, I would like to take your views regarding the plastic pollution, how we stop. Am I audible to you?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you are audible.
Yeah, I would love to take your views regarding plastic pollution.
In plastic pollution, there are many sources of in India. In India, plastic pollution is a very big problem in India, because all things in the market, because plastic cannot buy. We are buying the vegetables, shops, all the things are covered to plastic. First problem is when we use the plastic, but the recycling process of the plastic is not available in India. Only 9 to 10% of plastic are recycled, and 90% of plastic is we want to fake in dump, and all the plastic went to river to throw ocean. That is why all the environment are destroyed for plastic. In India, I am from Bihar, so there is many problems for, there is no any company to recycling. So all the plastic are went to in the farmers
Field and
house and
rivers.
That
Okay.
is why all the pollution is converted.
So I think, as you said, there is a mechanism, or the recycling process is not frequently mechanized, or things are not being taken into consideration as the speed required in India. But altogether, if I say with education of reducing plastic, reusing plastic is the common solution, which I can take it from Dr. Mata, Dr. Divya, and Dr. Richa. Global Edu-Leader Forum invites you for your progressive inputs, which we can take as a campaign. And with this such small programs of half an hour or 40 minutes, we are trying to reach people more than 25 countries, where teachers have major role, professors have major role, educated parents have major role, because this is not the very limited issue which can be sorted out with only few individuals. If you put one chapter in the education and things will take place. No, this need to be the habit. While interval students are buying n number of items which contains plastic, why not these items need to be reduced? Why not the industry, those who are packaging food in the plastic cover, they need to be reduced? Because as it was rightly said by Dr. Marta, it takes more than 100+ years to decompose, and harmful effect our soil, where the fertility of the soil get destroyed. This goes to the river and the sea, which affects the microorganism, those who are there, the living organism in the water and the soil, they are being destroyed. Therefore, if I conclude, responsibility of yours and mine is together. Let's spread this message, educate to the people, make the people responsible, and a day will come where we will have less use of plastic. Dr. Beatrice, I think I would love to take your closing remark. Since this program is framed, organized by you, I know, Renata, you are not feeling well, but even though, I would love to have one small sentence of closing remark, and then we conclude.
At first, I would like to thank to the Global Edu-Leaders Forum, especially to the founder and chairman, SK Singh, for always believing that one day the world will be better, believing that everything is possible to be accomplished if you just want to do something. To our experts of today who brought their wisdom here to share with us on this relevant topic that concerns us too much. Plastics, as we know them, a byproduct of fossil fuel extraction, were created just over a century ago. Since then, plastics have revolutionized medicine, made space travel possible, lit the way for automobiles and planes, and saved millions of lives with helmets, incubators, and equipment for storing drinking water, transforming the modern age in such a way that life without them would currently be unthinkable and unrecognizable. The conveniences and the amenities that plastics offer, however, have led to a consume and dispose culture that has turned out to reveal a hidden and dangerous face of its cycle of existence. Many of these products, such as bags, food, packaging, and single-use items, such as cups, cutlery, have a shelf life of hours, sometimes a few minutes, but can take centuries to decompose in the environment and have very low recyclability. In other words, despite being recyclable in theory, in practice, they are not of interest to the recycling market and always end up in landfills when they are not disposed of incorrectly in the environment. One concern is the fate of microplastics, chemical additives, and other fragmented products, many of which are known to be toxic and dangerous to human health, wildlife, and ecosystems. The speed with which ocean pollution is capturing the public's attention is encouraging, and it's vital that we build on this moment to achieve a clean, healthy, and resilient. Plastic represents 85% of the waste that reaches the oceans, and it is warned that until by 2040, the volumes of plastic flowing into the sea will almost be triple, with an annual amount of between 23 and 37 million tons which translates to around 50 kilograms of plastic per meter of coastline worldwide. I invite everyone to rethink the use of these products. Shall we unite and stop consuming, for example, a simple plastic cup to see? Thank you very much for all the people who were invited today. We are very grateful for having you here speaking today. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Beatrice, before we go, Dr. Richa, your closing sentence, education, how we educate. Unmute yourself.
Yeah. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
So
Your closing
what
remark.
I feel means, yeah. So what I would like to say here means plastic pollution is the main reason is our ease, our comfort of life. So when we are out of our comfort zone, so we can means lots of pollution, plastic pollution, we can reduce the problem. So this is what I would like to say. So if we are coming out of our comfort zone, we can reduce this pollution.
Fantastic. People should go out of their comfort. Dr. Divya,
Yeah, exactly.
your closing remark.
I would like to say that along with education, we should try to reduce the use of plastic. Whenever we have an opportunity to use an alternative to plastic, definitely we should opt that. And we should never litter plastic. Never litter plastic.
So
that's what I would like to comment.
Alternative of plastic need to be taken into consideration. Dr. Marta, Dr. Divya, Dr. Richa, you three people on the screen become sole custodian or flag bearer for such type of pollution. Always think life is one. We do not know whom we inspire and how we inspire. Sometimes knowingly and sometimes unknowingly people get inspired. As I keep saying, journey from head to heart is very short, but it takes entire life to get connected. Sometimes we are listening to our minds, sometimes we are listening to our heart. And Global Edu-Leader Forum is trying to connect your head to heart and which convert into the action. This is what we are trying all together. My heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Beatrice, who is taking keen interest by inviting you all, and Dr. Richa, Dr. Divya, and Dr. Marta, Dr. Manish. I hope to have more session on your interest because, see, nothing is possible alone. Together we can do a big change. This is what all for today. We'll join with some other topic in coming time. Stay happy, stay connected. At last, Global Edu-Leader Forum is a journey of happiness, journey of collaboration, and more than that, journey for global connect of people, those who are existing in this world. Madam Maria, my heartfelt gratitude. Renata, without you, this was not possible. And Dr. Marta, thankful for connecting from Poland. And all my Indian viewers, it is our sole responsibility since we are at second number in called population. So our population and pollution, these are two things which we are going to face together. Thank you so much and pleasure being here. Thank you.